Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Um, it's actually taken me a lot of courage to sit down right now and record all of this. I think the last time I did this was last year in October. There is a video on my YouTube called Harsh Realities, and I think that was literally the last time I actually sat down and had like a really honest conversation. By the way, this is my favorite spot in the house. You like the camera is currently placed on my living room center table, and this is my couch that I work from and edit from, and because I live alone, eat lunch from. And that's my window to my soul that opens out to Bombay. So anyway, don't know why I'm rambling right now. So, as you might have guessed from the title of this video, it is a lot about life updates, where I'm in life currently, what I'm going through, really honest talk about the future, past, present. I probably should have done this sooner, and I think I'm going to commit to like 6 months updates, but this is a good kind of picking it up where we left from. I get so many messages on my Instagram, and like even my friends actually DMing me and like messaging me saying, oh, when's your YouTube video coming? What's next? We look forward to your content. But honestly, guys, like because I didn't do this as a full-time job, or like I don't even look at it as a job, like even a part-time job, I don't know how to maintain consistency. I actually really want to be consistent with my content, but I'm just unable to do that for some reason. So anyways, there's a lot to cover, there's a lot to catch up on, so I'm just going to jump straight in to my first and most important update of today, which is it's a very big update. It's a very big decision that I took a lot of time contemplating pros, cons. But when I took it, I knew it was the right decision for me and that I had to do this for myself. I had to do this for my future self. So even though it doesn't really make sense for me to do this in the short term, I know my future self will really thank me for it. So drum roll, and here goes. As of June 1st, 2025, I am no longer a working professional. I have shut down my consultancy business and let go of the actually four people in my team, and completely downsized and actually shut down operations completely. So there was just one very, very big client that I had that was with me till 1st of June, but actually the rest of clients, I actually ended my partnerships and my collaborations with them in April. So March 31st was my last day, the last day of the financial year, and I took a very, very, very well thought out kind of intense decision that this had to happen. And yeah, that's just the update right now. That I'm no longer working, I'm no longer earning my own money. Obviously, I have some in savings. I've worked for the last 4 years. I moved from London to Bombay to start my life in 2021, and I was just 21 years old. I was 22 years old. And it's just been such a hectic, non-stop roller coaster ride from that day that I just had to take a break. I had to take a break. I got so burnt out. I got so burnt out at the end of it because, and my career has also progressed very kind of, taken very weird turns, taken very spontaneous turns. It never went the way I planned it to go, especially when I was in uni. I thought I had a templated life, pretty crisp, clear investment banker, work to be a partner, and then just basically follow in my mom's footsteps, who, by the way, is a CEO of an investment bank. So I thought the path was pretty clear and carved out for me, but life had other plans. And I just realized I was too obsessed with patterns and colors and like weird shapes to be wearing black, white, and gray corporate formal wear every day. But that's fine. I think Bombay as a city has just given me everything, my clients, my work relationships. And yeah, I couldn't be more grateful for these last 4 years. I couldn't be more grateful for the time I spent at Ka Hospitality managing Yaocha, Chinchin, Hakkasan, Naratha. I couldn't be more grateful, touch wood, for Condé Nast and for working for literally the most established four magazines in the world or in the media sphere, meeting Anna Wintour, spending time with her, planning her entire press visit. Like, wow. And oops. I'm such a clumsy girl, I almost dropped my coffee. But planning her entire press visit, like what honors. And then finally just saying bye to the corporate world, starting my own thing, clients trusting me because of the work I'd done previously, because of the way I put myself out there. My Instagram was such a big source of my income. So I'm like so happy. Source of my income is like clients used to reach out to me via Instagram. I haven't actually really started monetizing my socials the way they deserve to be monetized. I really want to focus on doing that. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of come on here and say that it's been a wild, wild ride, but that ride has finally come to an end because towards the end of 2024, with new clients and more responsibilities and growing my team, I started to realize that this might not be my life's work for me. There was also a lot of personal changes happening in life. I'm going to be sharing those. I'm very scared to share those in a way, but I know I want to share those. So I'm going to be sharing them super soon. For now, I just wanted to come on here and share with you guys. I know I still get so many DMs and so many brands want to work with me, and it's so hard to say no because every brand is such a personal passion project. Like everybody who's coming my way, they're not like random brands, they're brands actually that I've worked with or I've actually used. There's my mom. I've actually used, and I'm just so grateful, but it feels so bad to turn down the opportunity. And not just in India, right? Because I did a few work stints in Dubai as well. So it's just so hard to say like bye to the whole stratosphere. But yeah, I'm actually really ready for what life has to bring for me, and what that is actually, even I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I'm going to take the rest of this year to just tune into what I really want to do and be one with my body and my mind and just really figure out what my life's work is going to be. And I'm 25, and I think this is a good time in my life. I am in the most literal sense having a quarter life crisis. So I'm giving myself that time and I'm giving myself that kind of benefit of doubt. But I think 2025 has been so different than 2024. It's been such a big learning curve, and I kind of want to tune into that, and I want it to be a bigger and better learning curve for me. So yeah, that is my update. I am no longer a consultancy owner. I'm no longer a working professional. I have some savings. I make like very minimal like from my social media. I don't know if I want to. I'm still thinking about what to do with my social media. Do I want to get more consistent? Do I want to make it like a primary source of my monetization, like money making? Do I want, like, what do I want to do? I'm very, very still like confused. I know I'm meant for socials. I know I love creating content. I love taking videos, stitching them together, putting out a storyline, but I'm not sure, guys, if I'll be able to, if that's the only thing that will fulfill me. Because for me, it's all about making a positive impact and taking others along with me, because content creation and social media sometimes can be a very isolating and lonely career. And I actually really thrive in a group setting. I really want to have my own team. I want to work with people. I want to collaborate. I want to bounce ideas off people. So yeah, I'm in this whole phase where I'm searching. I'm looking for probably a co-founder to like start a business with. I don't know. So all of these thoughts in my head currently. But as of right now, it is a new era, a new page turned in this book that we call life. So yeah, that was my very, very, very special important update. My next kind of thing that I want to update you guys on is actually a little bit of the reason, well, not update you guys on, but maybe share the story, which is a little bit of the reason why I also decided to quit. So story time, and I'm going to like rewind to November of 2024, where I signed with a new client. This client was in F&B, and a huge client at that, like one of my dream clients. And they always say never meet your heroes. They always say that. And in fact, my first ever job in Bombay was car hospitality, which was run by Karina Bajaj at the time, who was a Forbes 30. I'd heard about her. We have few common friends, so I applied and I met her, and honestly, I'm not going to say I was disappointed or she wasn't what I had made up to be in my head, but it was just reality. She was just a normal human being struggling to run her business, working really hard, putting in 100% every day, and it wasn't all hunky dory. And you usually make out your role models to be hunky dory. So I had decided after that experience that I do not want to meet my role models because I want to keep fantasizing about them and getting inspired from them and motivated by them without knowing the nitty gritties of their life. But November 2024 had other plans for me. That happened to me again. This was another role model I had in the F&B industry, and she approached me to run one of her restaurants marketing, and I started doing that, and it was all great. It was all amazing. I was having so much fun. I had a team of two under me who were like great, and I'm so glad I actually met those people because I feel like they're friends for life now. So a lot good has come out of it, but towards the end of March, something very weird happened where they kind of just decided not to continue their partnership. And they had signed, obviously, as an agency or a consultancy, you make your clients sign a contract. And in the contract, it specifically said that there was a notice period. So when these guys came to me in March and said, hey, we no longer want to work with you, fine. The reason that they gave was absolutely invalid. It was because the brand was taking a different direction, which I will tell you later on why was invalid. But when they came to me and they said this, I said, fine, honor my notice period. And they just blatantly disagreed. So at this point, I had no, like, why does a consultancy owner even have a notice period? Why do they have that clause in their contract? So that they can better prepare and better project their company's revenue financially. We have, salaries to pay, we have overheads, we have a personal founder salary. There's so much, right, that we depend on our clients' invoices for. And these guys were basically just like, nah, we can't honor your contract, we want you to quit immediately. They didn't even allow me to literally complete that month, guys. So it's very hard for me to even talk about this because there was just so much negativity and back and forth on email and law and legal and like stupid words thrown out there from each side. And at the end, I just had a really leveled conversation with my mom and my dad. And I usually don't really talk to them about my work because they just do completely different things than I do. I spoke to them and they said, you know what, Saloni, it's actually on her. It's on her that she is unable to take the higher road. And we've raised you better, we've taught you better, you know better. So you're going to be taking the higher road and you're going to be forfeiting that 1 month of notice period money that you were going to get. And honestly, it was difficult for me to take the high road, right? Because I have people that I have to pay and I was really dependent on that money. I had a lot of big like things I had planned keeping that money in mind. So anyway, that had a really long lasting impact on me. And I was like, how long am I going to do this? How long am I going to beg people to literally treat me right? We hear about everybody posting on LinkedIn and social media about how small consultancies or single business owners or small business owners are treated badly by these big giants. And honestly, it was kind of insane when it was happening to me. I was in denial. I was like, she's way too good. Like, she has been my role model for so long. She's way too good. She'd never do this to me. So I kept pushing and I kept wanting to have a conversation with her and I kept wanting to talk to her. Guys, wait, I completely forgot to tell you. She didn't even speak to me personally. She literally told her accounts person, not even her assistant, because her assistant was the like main POC between me and her. She literally told her accounts person to kind of just talk to me and end it. She didn't even want to talk to me, guys. Anyway, it like infuriates me, but that happened. And that just left a mark on my confidence, and like I just really didn't want to do anything after that point. And then, like I said, there was a lot of burning out. There was a lot of me being inconsistent with work. I couldn't give my 100% to my other brands as well. I just wasn't feeling it. So I really sat on that feeling for around 2 months. And finally, I was like, you know what? June 1 is going to be my last date. I even took a sabbatical in between, So what Hansika, who's the founder of One Less, has been a very, very dear kind of acquaintance I've had over the last 4 years. And she was so kind to really like let me take a sabbatical and understand what I'm going through, because obviously I've been with her 4 years. But when I came back, like when they say out of sight out of mind, when I came back from Japan and I was like, you know what, I'm ready to re-enter work, I feel like the brand no longer needed me. And that was also in itself such a shock to me, because at the end of the day, when you've been with a brand for 4 years, somewhere or the other it hurts when they can function like they're okay functioning without you completely. So yes, what is the point of a manager and what is the point of being at a higher position is that yes, you build a team and you set up the brand for success where it's a well-oiled machine where they no longer need you. But here it just felt really personal, and honestly, like there is zero hard feelings, because I feel like Hansika and One Less did what they had to do. They are leveling up, they are hiring new team members, they are filling in voids that probably I couldn't fill in. There were lots of blind corners, right? Because I have been working with them for the last 4 years. I had a certain way of working, a certain kind of mechanism, and like all of that, and like things were changing, new people were coming in, their mechanisms were coming in. So somewhere I just felt like I was a misfit, and so it was a very, very difficult conversation to have with Hansika as well. But yeah, I think this is also a mini update in itself, that like I'm no longer a part of One Less, which is actually crazy to me, guys. It's crazy to me. Like genuinely, it's crazy to me. Okay, just looked at the time and it's been like 17 minutes of footage already. But yeah, that is what has been up. On another note, like you guys already know, I've been shuffling in between Pune and Bombay, between my family home and here where I live alone, and honestly I love this life. It's been great. I do obviously at age 25 feel really, really, really weird and kind of don't know my place in society, also because of my job, but also because it's a very weird situation with like the people and the relationships I have close to me right now. The people who I grew up with thinking who would be like my life partners and my soulmates and soul sisters throughout my life have very gradually drifted away and very gradually just become very, very kind of almost like strangers to me. It's just so weird. Like I was the one that used to get everybody together, make plans, plan trips, and now I've just turned into a person that literally is so scared of doing those things and placing trust in people again, that I just don't want to do anything. And this 360 change in my personality and like my way of thinking is so scary to me at this age, because I literally, people used to tell me, oh yeah, your friends will drift apart as you grow older, your careers will come in between, and relationships change and life comes in the way, and I never believed them. But now as I see it happening to me, it's like one of the scariest and the most stressful and isolating experiences I've had in my life. And I'm actually living through that experience right now. Obviously, on another note, a lot of good things are also happening. A lot of like friends I've been reconnecting, and I've been reaching out to a lot of people that I used to know 10 years ago that I had completely cut off contact with because I went to London, and then came to Bombay. And in fact, one of my best friends from London literally moved into the apartment building in front of my house. So it's like we wave to each other and then we go for dinners and stuff. So like Bombay started to feel so much more like home, because I have my friends from work here, and my friends from uni and a few cousins, and just some family here than Pune, because literally everybody that I went to school with and grew up with is no longer there. Because when you are so physically apart for so long, that even when they do come to visit or come to meet, unfortunately sometimes you can't pick up where you left off from. I'm just such a sensitive person that I take that to heart so much. And it's also, I think, very difficult to keep in touch because life gets in the way. Oh my god, anyway, I'm rambling at this point. So yeah, that is a little bit of my life update. Very sorry, 1 second. Hello, but that was basically what I wanted to majorly come on here and say, is that I no longer have a job. Pretty shit things happened to me, which is why I decided I no longer wanted a job and shut down everything I actually worked 4 long years to kind of accomplish. And I just got burnt out, and I'm still burnt out, and I am facing a quarter life crisis, and I currently feel really lonely. Not like physically, as in there's like lots of people around me and I always have people to call and figure out my life with, which I'm hugely, utterly, tremendously grateful for. But I just feel really bad that the people I grew up with and people I went to school with and formed these really, really strong connections and alliances and bonds with are physically really away from me. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just emotional right now. But thank you for listening to my really, really long TED talk, and thank you guys for, even if it's the 2 or 3 or 4 little messages I get here and there about like reinforcing me and giving me positive reinforcement about my content. That is literally why I'm able to pick up my camera, vlog, and put things out there. My Thailand and my Japan vlogs are all coming soon. I think I might have uploaded the Thailand vlog before this, so I'm not really sure. But till then, toodles, and I will see you next time. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and also follow me on Instagram. It's at Keeping Up with Slow. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.